If lack of equipment is keeping you from getting the workout that you need, today's video is gonna be perfect because we're gonna be showing you a full body killer workout that you can do with just a pair of dumbbells. It can be done anywhere, anytime. My favorite part about dumbbells is that they're so versatile. You can hit every major muscle group in your body with just a few simple exercises. My name is Philip. I'm a personal trainer and the owner of OTG Fitness, which is a private personal training gym based in Houston. Today, we're gonna be doing a full, simple, fun, and effective workout with just a pair of 30-pound dumbbells. But make sure you pick a dumbbell weight that is appropriate for you. Before we grab the weights, let's go and get started with just a quick body weight warm-up. We're gonna get started here with some inchworms. We're gonna hinge at the hips, feel that little stretch, walk it out. I'm gonna do a push-up while I'm down here, a little for the upper body. This time we'll do 2 push-ups. I'm just gonna work it up to 5. After 5 inchworms, I'm just gonna do 10 body weight squats. We'll do one more set of each one. We'll start with 5 push-ups on the inchworm, work our way down to 1. One more set on the body weight squats, then we'll grab our dumbbells and get started. I'm gonna be using 30-pound dumbbells. Like I said earlier, make sure you pick a dumbbell weight that is appropriate for you. Pick a set of dumbbells that are going to allow you to do a variety of exercises. For me, 30 pounds allows me to do that. I'll kind of talk you through all the different things that we're doing, how to be more versatile with dumbbells throughout the workout. So we're gonna get started here. Our first set of exercises is gonna be walking lunges, and we're gonna superset that with some standing dumbbell overhead press. So we'll get started on the lunges, and then we'll go from there. All right, just a quick breather. Get straight into our superset. Just gonna be standing overhead press. So a couple of points about our exercise selection today. We don't have machines to pick from. We don't have cables to use or anything like that. So we're strictly doing compound exercises. Compound exercises are gonna give us the most bang for the buck. They're gonna help us hit more total muscles in less time. So compound, we can define as 2 joints moving at the same time. So I'm doing these lunges, my knee joint, my hip, and my ankle joint are all moving, meaning that I'm working all those muscles, and I'm working the quads, the hamstrings, the glutes, the calves, everything is working there. On the shoulder press, when we're standing, we're working our elbow joint and our shoulder joint. Meaning we're working the deltoids. We're working the triceps. We're working core because we're standing up. So we're using compound exercises so we can get more bang in less time. Another important factor, when you only have a single set of dumbbells, we only have one weight to pick from. Whenever you're exercising, whenever you're lifting, doing strength training, you have a couple of different variables you can manipulate. Because we only have one weight, we don't have the ability to manipulate the weight. But what we can manipulate is how many sets we do, how many reps we do. And what I want to focus on now is how many reps. So for some exercises, 30 pounds is light. For other exercises, 30 pounds might be really heavy. So we can vary the rep ranges, and I'll show you some different variations of the exercises we can do too as we go along. But the biggest one is the reps. If it feels easy, if 30 pounds is light for that exercise, just do more reps. If 30 pounds is heavy for that exercise, I'm gonna do less reps. So we were talking about sets and reps based upon the weight that you have. So just for me today, just so you know, for our lunges, we were doing 20 steps of walking lunges, and we were doing 15 reps on the overhead press. We did 3 sets. Now again, based upon what weight dumbbells you have and how challenging it is for you, those reps and sets may change, so make sure you use your judgment. All right, so next up, we're gonna be doing some floor press. We're doing floor press because this video is all about what we're doing if we strictly only have access to these dumbbells. So we do not have the ability to use a bench today. So we're gonna do a version of floor press that I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not the biggest fan of, because when you do a floor press, you know, we're coming down and our elbows hit the ground. I'm unable to get a deeper range of motion than this. So ideally I want a deeper range of motion, but because we don't have access to a bench, we're doing the best that we can, okay? So here we go. Coming down, elbows touch the ground, and back up. And because 30 pounds for me on bench press is not very much, my reps are gonna be higher and my tempo is gonna be slower. That's how I'm making it more difficult, even though I don't have access to much heavier weights. Ooh. All right, I don't know how many reps that was, but it was a lot. And next up, we're gonna go straight into an RDL. Is gonna really focus on those glutes and hamstrings. And again, 30 pounds is not very heavy for this exercise for me. So what I'm gonna make this harder is not only by increasing the reps, but I'm also only gonna use one leg at a time. So I'm gonna load 60 total pounds on one leg at a time versus 60 pounds on both legs. So this is called a kickstand RDL, the version that I'm doing here. I'm gonna drop one leg back with dumbbells there in front. I'm gonna hinge forward, feel that nice stretch in the glute and hamstring, up and squeeze. So I could do regular, both legs together, and do those super high reps like I am on the floor press. But this is just another option that we can use. Ooh. And once I do one leg, we'll switch sides, matching the same thing on the right leg. So something that you'll notice about all of our exercises today, our supersets are 2 exercises that's one with upper body focused and one that is lower body focused. And we're doing that so we can get more total work done in less time. It raises the overall intensity of the workout, lets us be more efficient with our time. Again, we only have dumbbells, so it's like, what other factors can we use other than weight to make this workout more effective? And the superset of an upper body compound and a lower body compound together is giving us that higher intensity without using a bunch of weight. All right, for our last superset, we got some dumbbell bent over rows, and then we're gonna get some squats. So we've done 2 upper body pushing exercises. We're missing an upper body pulling exercise. And in my opinion, the best dumbbell upper body pulling exercise is gonna be just a good old bent over row. So we're gonna hinge at the hips, so those dumbbells get to about mid shin, and I'm gonna drive my elbows back towards the belly buttons. And again, this is not a ton of weight, so the reps here are gonna be a little higher. And then we'll follow that up with some squats. And I'm gonna be using both dumbbells in a front loaded position. If you're not a strong squatter, you could also just use a single dumbbell and a goblet squat, like so. So this would be just a good old goblet squat. So if your legs are shot from the lunges, or you just don't wanna use a bunch of weight on your squats, you could do this version. But what we're gonna do is load up both dumbbells and get our squats in. So loading up right here in the front. So before we started that set, we were talking about, how to modify the squat, whether it's a single dumbbell with a goblet squat or 2 dumbbells to make it a little bit heavier because your legs might feel toasted from the lunges. Well, we actually did that on purpose. Because we don't have a lot of weight to use, we're using a technique called pre-exhaustion. I learned about this technique years ago. It's one of those tools in your toolbox that you pull out and use as needed, and it's a really good one. Pre-exhaustion is basically doing one exercise purposely before another one to make the second one harder. And where I initially learned about pre-exhaustion in the bodybuilding world would be doing an isolation exercise for a muscle group before doing your compound. And you'll notice that I'm always talking about doing compounds first because I want to maximize that exercise, right? But because we don't have a lot of weight here, I'm going to do a more difficult exercise where I can't use as much weight, like lunges, or in the isolation situation would be like leg extensions if I had access to a machine, and then doing the squats afterwards. It's gonna make the squats feel way harder even with less weight because we did a different exercise previously and did it really hard to zap that particular muscle group. So we did that on purpose here, not only with the lunges and the squats, but also the overhead press and the bench press. Overhead press is an exercise where you usually can't use as much weight. Bench press, you can do more. So you would usually do bench press first and then overhead press afterwards. But for today's purposes, because we don't have a lot of weight, we did it the other way around using what we were calling pre-exhaustion. So just a little tip for you, something that you can use when you don't have access to as much weight that you would usually use. It's a wrap. Exercise 125, so 40 minutes. So as you can see from this video and this workout, no matter where you are, all you need is a single pair of dumbbells and you can make it happen. We got this workout done in about 40 minutes. We got a full body workout done. We hit every major muscle group and we made it happen. So if you're local to the Houston area and you need help, we help our clients with everything under the sun when it comes to fitness. If you're traveling, if you're in a hotel, if you're in a situation like this where you only have a single pair of dumbbells and you need help with what to do, we are here for you. So reach out to us. It's otgfitness.com. Leave a comment below. Ask anything that you might need. Give us some feedback. Let us know what we can do better. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. We'll see you next time.